Hello and welcome. How are you all doing today? This is going to be a little live stream today, just a short one, couple of hours. I've been doing other things in my other jobs, so it's good that we're even getting a live stream tonight. There will be a live stream on Saturday, and it will be a full-blown live stream with a full amount of time. I did pin that comment. Yeah, I did. Yeah. How you all doing this evening? Please do, as always, put in the comments below what you're up to, what you're working on. I haven't, as promised, I haven't done anything more to the Orcs kill rig. The thing I did do though, which is quite interesting, you might find this interesting, is I went back and I had a little look at my my unboxing, and I found out that it wasn't included in the kit. The other rail wasn't included in the kit. If you go back and have a look at my unboxing, you'll see a big gap in the sprue where this number 41 is. So I've emailed them and they're going to send me a replacement, which is great news, guys. So that's fantastic. And I strongly suggest, if you ever find anything wrong with your minis or any missing parts, you do the same. It helps that I run this channel and I record everything when I unbox it. That definitely helps, for the evidence factor. But as it stands, I did not get that part, so I'm getting a replacement. I'm trying to find out where I was. Okay, yeah, so we haven't got that many parts left. Might even be able to do it in these 2 hours, but I'm extremely tired, as you might be able to tell from plenty of pauses that I go throughout this build. So it's not your typical kind of build this evening. This is a tired super build, but as you know, even tired Super Saiyans still have a lot of energy. Or maybe you didn't know that. So we were just building this, I want to say pilot, driver? I don't know. Something's gone wrong. What's gone wrong? Let's have a look. 2 hours is still a lot, considering that you do this in your free time. This is true, Jan. This is true. I've been working hard today with other things, and yeah, it's a big commitment. Trying to find the file now. Sorry about this. It should be somewhere around here. I'm thinking I put it in here, but also not. Better not move that anywhere. This is the part where I find out that even though the part wasn't missing, I've lost a tool in the process. Which is probably just my luck to lose the file in the process of not losing something else. Yeah, well, that sucks, doesn't it? I don't want to use that one. I thought it would be there. That's bugged me. Bugged me that I've lost the file now. Oh, losing so many things recently. But at least that part is not one of them. So that's great. To be fair, files are quite easy to, I say, lose. They blend in with a lot of things on my desk. So it's really odd. Where could it have gone? How bizarre. I know I was using it not that long ago for some of the green stuff parts. I didn't think that I'd go ahead and completely lose it altogether. It's one of these things, isn't it, files that you put down and then you know, forget where it's sort of gone to. Now, what was I using it for before? Kind of. Not this Land Raider, not that. It was something plastic, and I don't think it was what we're talking about. Oh well, I'll use this one anyway. This is an old one, but it's the one that I would like to use. I'm sure the other file will turn up. I'm just trying to think of what model I used it on though. Interesting. It's probably in this box actually. Well, certainly has been a week of losing certain things. Right, so now we can, I think, put this, I want to call him like the pilot, in with this. I should really learn to put more tools in there. This is the place where they usually end up, which is why I'm a bit surprised when I can't find it in there. I've got the Tamiya one, but I don't really necessarily want to use that one. I've got the drill bits and so on. I'll have a look a little bit later on. Maybe I even placed it in here with the glues, sort of like later on. I did put a few glues in there. Ah well, we'll find it at some point. Let's just use this one and carry on. You can see the Warlord Titan packages in the background. No, they're just, it's the only place I can really put them. You know, they've got to go somewhere. Thank you, Kriegsman. Thank you. Yeah, it all pays the taxes, doesn't it, for people to live. You know, it just means that I get, say, less of a life. That's what happens in this country. The harder you work, the more you get taxed, and it's almost like it doesn't seem worth it. So a taxman comes along and it's like, right, thanks for working hard and harder than you usually do. I'll have a lot of that. Oh dear. Anyway, enough about my moaning. Hope everyone else has had a pleasant week so far. What do you think of Warhammer Plus so far? Good question, Jan. Thank you for asking. Well, I haven't watched today's episodes because just finished working. But yeah, it's been good so far for the £15, or I think like £1 a month it's costing me at the moment. Pretty good. I know it's a long way off, but of course I'll be looking forward to my mini next year. I think I will buy the other mini. Even though I don't have any Aurochs, I will be yeah, getting that, I think. Kerim, will you buy the new Black Templars? Nope. Unfortunately, I won't. I haven't had hardly any support from Element Games, and you know, that way. So unfortunately, that's not on the cards. I wish it was, guys. I wish I could unbox and review absolutely everything that comes from Games Workshop to give you an idea. But that's not the case this time. And it is a shame, because there's quite a few models in there that I would have liked to have, you know, done some size comparisons and things. But, you know, as you know, I don't get sent anything for free. So, you know, that becomes quite tricky to do. But we'll be having a good crack at this kill rig this evening. This is going to be like one of the most annoying parts of the whole build, is this kind of wheel, pirate's wheel thing. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not as easy as that, Kriegsman. Not as easy as that. If you pay AYE and you're self-employed, nah. You know, if you pay AYE, you can't claim that back. You know, it just gets deducted, regardless. But you know that. You know that. You haven't watched 2 episodes, Jan, but the Angels of Death alone is already worth it. Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed Angels of Death. I mean, I think we've been spoilt with Astartes. If, you know, I always ask people, oh, you know, like, what's your favourite 40k animation and things? And so many people say, oh, Angels of Death. Most people say Astartes. And it's like, so for a lot of people, the kind of premium best animation for them is Astartes, and that's fair enough. You know, it's very good. But that just means that anything that's released will be judged against it. It's a bit like saying I'm going to judge every sci-fi film against Aliens, or every kind of horror film against, I want to say Clockwork Orange, I don't know why. I classify that as horror or thriller. Is there a way to be able to get more models? Are you talking about your Warhammer Plus? When you say your Warhammer Plus, you get your mini that you pick that comes with a subscription, and then you can buy the other Orc model after a year. I think that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about yeah, it's a bit different, Jan, because you don't work. You kind of saying what something's called without not knowing anything about it. You can't, in this country, if you pay AYE, your employer deducts the tax when they pay you, so you can't evade it. You know, that's you'll understand that, my friend, when you start working. You'll understand that. Yeah, no worries, Kriegsman. No worries. You do more than enough, my friend. More than enough. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that people give. It definitely helps, even a little. And I'd like to continue doing it. You know, I wouldn't like to sort of go the way of Templar's Crusade and, you know, one day have a video that says, oh, you know, commitments are just too much. I really wouldn't want to do that. I'd like to stay on the platform some form or another. definitely. Oh, The Thing, great. Oh yeah, are we describing our favourite sort of sci-fi films tonight? That would be quite cool. We're getting there, aren't we, guys? You know, only sort of a couple of weeks or so away from Halloween, where I'd like to build the Mongol and Nagash. Is it on a Sunday? If Halloween's on a Sunday, I'd really like to do a sort of Halloween stream. I know people are with family and things, but I'd like to do that. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jake. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, do both of those guys do their channel as a living? I'm not sure. I mean, I'd definitely like to do what Auspex Tactics does. You know, just review rules of models without buying them. I mean, I used to do that with units in games, in video games, many years ago. I think when I was a kid, actually, I used to look up units in video games and write up, you know, like their HP, their hull points, and then I'd say what their strengths are, and you know, I used to do that. I think that's one of the appeals for Warhammer really as well, is you know, different attributes that they have, maybe. Yeah, I wonder if they'll do that in the White Dwarf, because they did say, you know, that it's Holiday Bonanza. So I wonder if in the White Dwarf, which is 19th of November, I think it was. It might be. Can't remember what my White Dwarf video said. But yes, that video, that White Dwarf may well have them in, may have a special report of them. But I'm sure Warhammer community will let us know. It'd be interesting. Not sure whether I can pick any up. I mean, I'll try, but you know. You got some money for your birthday. You're just starting 40k. What kits do I recommend? Well, it really is, you know, which kind of models you like the look of. What armies do you currently collect, if any? You know, because you're the one that's going to be building them and painting them. I mean, I'm happy to say, you know, if you give me a kit or a unit, I'm happy to give you my learned advice and experience. The chances are I probably would have built them, but you'd love to see the Mongol building a vampire coast army presently. Oh, nice one. Yeah, combat patrols will save you a bit of money. So we'll start collecting sets. You know, if you hunt them out, there's still a few going about. For 40k, you know, essentially all the ones that they haven't made combat patrols for, I think. You know, as others will say, you know, go for the models that you like the look of. And then in terms of building and painting and things, you can always ask us. We always put that question in the Discord server as well. That's a useful place for experience. Are you right remembering White Dwarf used to have their Christmas mini as a free gift? Yeah, probably. Well, I think so, Oats Plenty. I think you're right, and I think it was about 20 years ago. But I think you had to have a subscription. So I think you had to get your subscription in at Christmas, and then you got your free mini. I think. Oops. But no, they haven't done free minis with White Dwarfs for a long time. Long time. That would be cool though, if they did have free minis, you know. Or just up the paper quality. that's a low low hanging fruit. I couldn't avoid that one. I don't know. When you're paying £6 for a magazine, you just expect a nice paper quality. You thinking about getting the Astra Militarum, start collecting Lehman Russ? Yeah. That's not really an old, well, it's sort of an old kit, isn't it? It's getting on a little bit, but it's an old kit, but a good kit. Yeah, you could possibly go down that route. What I might do is I might switch to the old Tamiya and file. This seems quite cool, this one. This will make a mincemeat out of the old lines. Yeah. I always get them in these nooks and crannies. It's definitely felt like autumn over the past few days here in England. I'm not sure what the weather's like where everyone else is, but it's feeling autumnal. Not super cold yet though, which is great. Oh, we've got this spanner thing to, pardon me, prepare. Bit of an odd one because technically this is kind of like the last mini for Orcs for me to complete in the collection. Because that's it after this. No more Orcs for a while. I don't know why I'm about to talk about something other than Orcs, but what do you guys think of the new miniatures for the 30th of October? The Primaris Captain. I mean, I'm just so pleased that they brought out a brand new Primaris model. I mean, we rarely get them. No. I think the Vampire Lord looks fantastic. Be good to get my teeth sunk into that model. That's kind of how I expected all of the Zorblack Gravelord models to sort of be, rather than these like half hybrid type creature things that we did get, or two of them anyway. You want a Primaris Lieutenant with a bolt sniper rifle? Okay. Have we had a Primaris Lieutenant on a bike yet? think we have we? Okay, I don't know where that came from, but okay. Yeah, this wheel for the whole contraption, and then I mean they say paint it before you put it in, but then after we do that, we've got these long sort of supports to go on this circular thing, and then one of these cannons. I mean we are, you know, and we can go all the way up to there before we then start continually to build the kill rig, which is what I wanted mine as. So we'll make some good progress on this. But you know, even though I called it part 3, I think I built the Great White Squig in part 1. So there is that. Is the kill rig with mounted Werboy? Yes, it is. Yeah. So you've got the kill rig with the Werboy, and then the hunter rig without the Werboy. That's the differences. So kill rig, Psyker. What's it called? Rig? Hunter. Hunter rig with the guns. Kill with the Werboy. Hunter rig. Got to remember that one. Yeah, I've enjoyed this Orc release. And it's nice to be building Orcs in October. I'll probably be continuing to build Magnus on Saturday in the stream. I should finish him in that stream as well. Yeah, plenty more reviews to come. Last week was sort of about Imperium. Reviews for those Imperium magazines will be coming, but I think everybody would like me to at least review the Orcs before the Soul Blight, before the Imperium. Hey, if I did it for a living, there'd be more than one video a day, you know. Quite stretched as it is, but yeah. And I'd probably be live streaming, building and painting the Imperium magazines as well, if it was my job, but it's not. Oh, you managed to stab yourself. Well, I hope the wound isn't too bad. Remember to wash it, apply pressure, get a sterile dressing. What is everybody's favourite kits? Revan's is the Redemptor Dreadnought. Okay. Looks quite good question, actually. What's your favourite kit to build, to paint, you know? Jan, you say Mortarion? Yeah, lovely, lovely kit. I think when I was building Mortarion and painting him and things, that was the point in which I was pleased to have started Death Guard for the channel. That model just, yeah, it helped me realise how much of a good decision it was overall. I actually have him in a couple of poses as well, and his rules are sick. They're very good. Wow, quite a lot of cleaning up to do with this. But once we've done this, we can put him all together. And then we start with one of the cannons. Your favourite kit is New Commandos. Nice one. What's your prediction on this year's Battle Force box? Sisters of Battle. They have to do a Sisters of Battle now. They've held off on it for a couple of years. Well, I'll say a couple of years. They didn't have one last year. Firstborn Marines. I'd like to say Necrons with the new Necron minis, but they did bring out a Necron Battle Force last year. I don't think Gloomspite will get one. Gloomspite did get one last year, and it's absolutely amazing. Chaos, maybe Chaos will get one. Maybe Tau will get one. Grey Knights, possibility, you know. Tyranids always get one, but I think they might leave them out this year. Orcs, it'd be nice to see an Orc one, because we haven't had one of those for a couple of years. However, I don't think it'll have any of the new Orcs in it. They tend not to put any of the new models, I say, in the Combat Patrol and the Battle Force, but in reality it's mainly the Battle Forces now that they don't, because the Combat Patrols, well, can't really say that thanks to the Orc one having the Death Copters in it and loads of other new minis. Okay, right, that's that done. So let's glue them all together. We're going to use GW glue. Why on earth not? I think my glue may have got blocked, but should be salvageable. Okay, so we've got a chair which goes into this support, only one way around, and then we've got other things that can attach to it as well, like the wheel in this, and that only goes in one way, and you'd only want it to go in one way because there's a hand attached to it. And then pop that on there. And then there's something else that goes on, which is this thing. This other side with all these cables and levers and, you know, all those good stuff. So that goes on, and then you've got a wheel here, which I think goes that way around. That's about right. And then this will go that way. They can only go one way because there's a little cutout for them. And then, yeah, you can take their advice and clearly paint the orc before you put them in. Or you can completely ignore it like I do, and I need to do this for the review, and just glue them in. And his hand will glue on as well. I mean, I could leave them loose, but you know what? I do like a good challenge. So I should be able to pop him in, like so. And there he goes. So he is snuck in there, connected quite well. Is his bum on the seat? Yeah, that's supporting him. Just, it looks like he's having fun. But yeah, definitely for this one, I would suggest you paint him before you put him in. With a lot of this model, actually, I want to say with the Squig, although the Squig isn't, he's not connected, look, so you can have him as just like a potato if you really want. But yeah, you can just connect him and detach him, which is quite nice. I think you can do the same for this, but we'll have a little look. Okay. Can we please have more knife multi-tool videos, please? I'll do my best, William. I'll do my best. I mean, I haven't done any knife or tool videos for such a long time. Years. I mean, I've always said if Heine Haynes want to send me anything, I'll be happy to unbox and review it. You know, I've got an awful lot more subscribers than I had when I first started. I think I only had a couple of hundred or so when I was doing the knife reviews. And yeah, happy to do that for them if they wanted me to do those. The alternative is for me just to review what I've got in 4K, which I have done. You know, I've gone and upscaled. I say upscaled. I've re-reviewed some of the older knife and tool videos. But yeah, I barely have the time to do the content for this particular side of the channel, let alone start getting weights out and measurements for the knife reviews. But you know, the knife collection video is very popular. Maybe I should do an update to that. Right, they're the next parts, those 3 parts, and then we'll crack on with this big cannon thing. Hopefully we can finish that. Let's just see how this goes on. I'm really intrigued. Oh well, that's not even on that well, is it? So sort of goes in there. What's clicking off? Something is clicking that it shouldn't be. So those 3 Have you got that right? Or is that completely incorrect? Doesn't go in very well. Maybe I shouldn't be forcing this, but I kind of feel like now, whoa, now is the time to bend this. Really bizarre. I thought that would just pop in quite nicely, but I guess it's going to be a bit of a pain to do. So that goes in all right. It's just the rest of it, particularly this side, that doesn't like where I'm going with it. No, it doesn't like that. Doesn't like that side at all. Wow, it really does not like that side. Maybe I give it a while to actually settle down, because that doesn't like to. That really doesn't like that in there whatsoever. Wow. Can see where it's meant to go in, but it's not having it. We're going to leave that a little while because I know that this back bit isn't properly glued yet. Let's just prepare these parts and put them, well, we're not going to put them on, but we'll prepare them and then we'll go back and we'll clean, because it should have glued a little bit better by then. I think you can put a measuring tape next to the model reviews in the future. Measuring tape isn't really that accurate for like small models. It's usually for kind of like the building trade and measuring like for fences and wardrobes and things like that. A ruler would be like the correct tool to use, but no, I like the size comparisons that I do already with the standard Space Marines. I mean, I think everybody kind of knows how big a Space Marine is, or should do. Yeah, and also, you know, I'd have to go down to the millimetre, and there wouldn't really be that much in it with millimetres. Because then the next question is, oh, could you weigh the models? Could you put them on your little scales that you have and weigh them? They should all be the same scale, so. Size comparison with the Warlord Titan every time. Okay, I can possibly do that, Revan. Just have Warlord Titan in every thumbnail. Yeah, because that wouldn't be clickbaity. Yeah, so these are the supports. I kind of wish they'd also put some boarding poles as well. That would have been nice. Put some boarding poles in. Yeah. Yeah, right, so let's pop this on. I think we just glue that on. No reason for it not to be. We can just pop that on, and that hides some of those joins. Let's have a crack at this thing again, and then we can put these supports on, and then we can look at the big cannon. So, I see what's going on here. So it's not really, they sort of sit on there. They don't, I say, go all the way in. I'm going to try and separate them a little bit. It's a bit risky, I know, but risky is my middle name. Okay, so now that one goes in very well. And now we just need you to go in too. So that one's in. And this one just refuses to go in. Let's attack it from the other side. Okay, now that one's in. And then that one can sort of go in. I think this really like a one-way trip. But it shouldn't be this. You shouldn't have to put this much force onto a piece. I'll tell you that right now. You shouldn't have to do this. Yeah, you shouldn't have to put that much force into a piece. It's quite heavy duty, that. I feel like I'm to my limit and maybe forcing it too much, breaking it even. I mean, you could probably cut the nubs off a little bit. That might make it a bit easier. But if we just go in at an angle there, and then that doesn't leave us an angle here. Yeah, look. This is the thing, whichever angle you approach it, you're going to be left with a part here that you can't really... And all the time you're bending and possibly breaking that. It's an important point to make about this model. Yeah, because you could come up to this bit and be a bit scuppered. Yeah, I'm going to cut a little bit off each side just to give us a bit more sort of breathing room, breathing space. Just a bit more space. And it's not going to matter too much. We just need to get it in. The glue is going to melt and join these two things anyway. So that's what we'll do now. We'll try it with some glue now. So, yep, and yep. And then some on here. Okay. Oops. Also want to be gluing this area. Right, let's try this. Before I do that, let's just clear this up a bit. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so now this time it's not going in either. So let's get it at that angle. He's going to come out, isn't he? Yep. There's no way you should be pushing it this hard in a model. No way. Come on. Where are you going, little cable? I mean, we've done it, but pretty rough. It's pretty rough in there, guys. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's a bit not the best way that they've gone about this. Definitely not. They could have done that a bit neater, a bit tidier, I think. And also, his hands come off. So I'll put a bit of glue in there. Bit of glue to join that hand. Yeah, can you imagine trying to fit this on once you've sort of painted it though? So yes, you can paint it, but it'll be a bit of a pain to just attach this bottom bit, really. And we can tidy that up at a bit of a later date. Okay, right, we're getting somewhere. Let's put these support cables on. So they do have places where they go. Should be up like that. All right, so they go up and in and on there, on these first sort of tier things, whatever you'd like to call them, and that just goes into there, is it? I think so, just under and in. So we'll put those on. So put that in like that, and then should just fit in there. Excellent, excellent. Do the same here. All right, William, no worries. Bye-bye. In your opinion, is it better to paint the part separately and put together, or paint when it's assembled? Are you talking about the kill rig? Paint it separate. Definitely, definitely. If you can get away with not gluing parts, this kit, yeah, I would wholeheartedly suggest you paint. And that's one of the things I find in these live streams and even the reviews that I do, is where I discover this in building these models. I will say, oh, well, I built this model, but if you're going to build it, try not to build this particular bit, because it's better if you paint it first. So I kind of sacrifice that myself with some of these models, but it's fine. We all know I'm only going to start painting them when I'm retired. Right, which is quite a cool idea. Okay, so what we'll do is getting there. He's getting there. We'll build this cannon thing. So we need a 65, which I'd like to say is on there, but I don't think it is. It's probably on this one. There's 62. Ooh, there it is. It's on this sprue. This cannon thing. We've also got another orc to go on it. So 65, 66, which is some kind of crank thing. And of course it wouldn't be on this sprue, would it? It'd be right here. There we are. 60. So that one, 66, and then 63 and 62. 63. And 62 is another kind of cannon. This one. Okay. Hi, do you really like the do you really like new Orc Primaris miniatures? There aren't any Orc Primaris miniatures. Check. Okay. It's nice that you're promoting someone else's stream in my stream. It's a bit odd. 62, 63. So those two will go there. And then 70 and 75. Here we go. Hello Tobias, how you doing? Hope you're well. I haven't spoke to you for ages. Hope you're doing all right in your line of work. I've been enjoying all the photos you've been putting up in the Discord. 70. So I need the other torso part, which isn't on there. It's on one of these. Because that's 74. That's 57. Wow. Actually somewhere else. It's got to be this one though. They've mislabeled it. They've called it 70 when it's actually 74. So that's a mistake they've made with that torso. Unless there's another torso that looks exactly the same as it somewhere else with the bionic arm and things, which I don't think that is the case. So that is a mistake. That's a 74, 75, 76. Isn't even on there, but it is over here. Yeah, oh, mate, the beat snag up, yeah. Maybe you thought it might be helpful for the person who asked about painting bits separately. The person that asked about painting bits separately was, in your opinion, is it better to paint the parts separately and put it together? In your opinion. So that's my opinion, surely. I mean, I'm not mixing words here, but I'm pretty sure he asked for my opinion, and I've given that. So that's good. 76, 77. I need the other head. Oh, good, Tobias. Good. 77. Where on earth is this head gone then? No, that's 90. That's 61. We've got another part that they have labelled differently, unless it's all the way on here, which are very, very odd. See, there's 84. I think they've mislabelled this one too. So this head is supposed to be one with a tongue sticking out. And he's also got an eye patch, so that narrows it down. It's got to be this one. Oh, it is 77. There we go. Just hiding away. Like that spare, like the rig, the actual you know, bar or whatever. Okay, so we've got the orc part there, and then we need to finish the other part of the cannon. 67, which is here. 67. It's not letting you use the letter A, Kriegsman. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope you get it sorted. 67 and 70. This is complete adventure. I'll put it there. Adventure to find all these parts. So that's this. And then we need 71. Please tell me it's on this sprue. Nope. Oh, it's over here. This is taking you around the houses, I will say that. I mean, there are large expensive kits that will just take a long time because they put their parts in really awkward places. And they take a long time because of that. But I guess that's just the way it was designed. And then that sits there, and then you've got some shells or ammunition even on this sprue, I believe. Yeah, there they are, 64 and 68. 64 and 68. So there we are. And then 69. Well, I have a 79, but that doesn't really look like the piece I'm looking for. Bound to be on here, right? No. There it is. It's right there. Found it. Okay. We're going to clean these pieces up and we're going to put them all together and build this cannon thing. So 69 goes right at the end. So yeah, a fair amount of little assemblies to do with this cannon, but I believe we can do it. So let's get this part done first. Yeah, strange cannon thing. Do I think it's worth to deploy 3 of these rigs on the battlefield? I mean, it'd look cool. Definitely. I think it causes a lot of damage too. And you can put all your snagger boys in. You know, that would be one of the main uses of them, is as like a troop transport. Right, so we've got these parts as well, which I think is 62. Getting confused now. I think this was 62 and 63. And then this was the other side, which was there. Yeah. how many points are they worth? Oh, that's a really good question. Let me go get my codex. Bear with me. See, Flaming Gaming, I am pretty helpful, you see. Thanks for not, you know, jumping over to another person's video straight away. You know, if you ask me questions, I will do my best to answer them. Right, so here we go. There are, obviously there's two types. There's the hunter rig and the kill rig. They are both heavy support choices. So bear that in mind, guys. You know, you can get flash kits, you can get deft reds, you can get killer cans, looters, gun wagons, mech guns, battle wagons, bone breakers. You know, there's a lot of heavy support in the old orc army nowadays, and you've just added two more with the hunter rig and killer rig. But the main differences between them both, points wise, you asked me for the points. Okay, let's have a wee look. So heavy support, you've got your hunter rig is 160 points and your kill rig is 190. So your kill rig costs more and it costs more power points. Toughness, wounds, attacks, things like that, it's all exactly the same as the hunter rig. But the kill rig, you can have 10 snagger infantry, and the hunter rig you can have 15. But the kill rig also has that whir tower, which is very nice. Although you only get one shot with it, it's a very, very nice sort of strength 9 AP -3 weapon. But if you successfully manifest any psychic powers, you change it to assault D3, and the attack automatically hits the target. So it's like a 24-inch strength 9 AP -3 flamer, really, put it that way. And yeah, you've got a couple of weapons. You've got a heavy lobber, and you've got a sticker cannon. I don't know which is which. I think I'm building the heavy lobber right now, which is it's all right. It's a strength 6 weapon, and it's blast, and it can target units not visible, which is always great for a 48-inch range weapon. A bit like a whirlwind, really, on a 12-inch movement platform. The sticker cannon is more like a much shorter range, like rocket. Yeah, I'll say rocket launcher. It's a strength 8 weapon, but it's only 12-inch range though, that thing. I think this sticker cannon is the 12-inch range. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent with the old rules and things. So yeah, let's carry on with this. Hope that was helpful. I always like talking about the rules of the units that I'm building and things in the stream. So they're always welcome questions, because I've usually got the codex or the rules nearby. And I'll probably be doing that for the Warlord Titan and other things, you know. You can already smell the points increase in the next chapter approved. Yeah, I know, and it's really sad that, you know, they change things so quick. But at the same time, you know, people ask for that, don't they? You know, people that play a lot of games ask for buffs and nerfs, and you know, I just wish all the rules were kind of free, you know, and in the app, so you have all the data sheets available to you for free, and then Games Workshop just update them, you know, on the fly. That would be really cool. But you know, I think codexes should still be a thing, don't get me wrong. I just think they should be crammed full of other stuff. They should be crammed full of other stuff and last longer. Like, you know. I mean, I get it. You know, there's only so many ways you can write about the formation of Space Marines and creation of them, and you know. But now that they've moved the storyline on a little bit, you know. This kit even FAQ'd before release. What did it say, Revan, in the FAQ? What was the change? Warlord Titan? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. I don't think writing the name of something followed by a question qualifies as a question. However, you have put exclamation marks, so you're all good. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. What I'm meaning to say by that is anything I'm building, whether it be a Warlord Titan or, you know, Nagash even, you know, in a couple of weeks' time. I'm really looking forward to him. I know he's like one of the first monster type minis that they brought out for Age of Sigmar, but I'm happily have the Soulblight Gravelord's book next to me when I'm building him. Same for the Mongol. I mean, although the Mongol isn't in a book, it's on Forge World's web store. You can check out his rules. Quite nice rules. And I can have him in my Soulblight army. Oh, where's me instructions gone? Ah, here we go. Right. It was some nerf. No, Revan, my friend, Revan. You have to tell me what it is. you can't just say, oh, it was FAQ'd. You have to then go on. You know, you took that responsibility, my friend, to say this kit was already nerfed. You then have to tell us what the FAQ was. You can't just leave us hanging. That's you know. Tobias, sorry, my friend, you've done nothing wrong. You do not need to apologise. Are you going to be building another one soon? Another one? I built the last one like, what, 5 years ago? That's quite a long time ago. But am I going to be building one? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. The only difference though is I've bought it and I also bought a head with it as well. That's the main difference, you know, in all of this. So all the other differences, I built one before, so I can just bring over all of my, I say salty, it's not salty at all of my experience, because that's what it is just experience of building one over to the build. And I hope a lot of people enjoy the live streams and the videos when they are members only videos. And yeah, I look forward to all the recast and 3D printing comments, which will not be there. Be a bit like, I don't know, it's almost like a litmus test, isn't it? It's like, can I build the most expensive model without anything like that happening? I don't think I can. If anything, it will attract more. So, you know. Okay. I think that Chaos are what Necrons looked like before they entered the Tomb World. You think that Chaos are what Necrons look like? Okay. Oh, Paul, thank you. Previously, Kill Rigs, thank you for stepping up. Harpoon could immobilize a flyer. Previously, it could immobilize a flyer. The Harpoon could immobilize a flyer. The Kill Rigs Harpoon. The Harpoon. Okay. Yes, because of the snag rule, right? Are we talking about the abilities? Very, very good. So the snag rule, guys, each time this model makes an attack with its sticker cannon, if an enemy non-Titanic vehicle or monster loses any save wounds as a result, roll 1d6 on a 4+. That enemy model cannot finish any type of move more than 12 inches from this model. Is that what we're talking about? Surely not. We must be talking about that one. Cannot finish any type of move more than 12 inches. Does that then it couldn't move 20 inches and would therefore crash? I think they changed it so that you can't harpoon flyers anymore. Okay, good. I think you can still wound a flyer, but you can't do the immobiles rule. Yeah, I understand. So basically, if you're, but the sticker cannon is 12 inches. Like, what are you doing if you've got a flyer 12 inches away? I mean, that's bizarre. But what a bizarre, like, small little rule to FAQ. Sorry, Revan. It just seems like really a non-thing. I mean, if that is a massive thing and people were doing that, wow. I mean, I know that players are, you know, will exploit rules and things because they're rules, but, you know, wow, if people were going around immobilizing flyers. Whew. Well, I mean, technically, I mean, what kind of anti-air units do orcs have? Well, other than the actual flyer models, you know, but what I mean is they don't have, like, dedicated, like a pylon, or they don't have, like the Space Marines with the Icarus cannons and things like that, do they? All they have is flyers to counter flyers. But yeah, I mean, that shows guts. You know, you've got a thing there that can move 12 inches. You've got to get it within 12 inches of a flyer, which, yeah, only to reduce its movement by an amount. That is some serious cheese right there. Yeah. But hey, if people were doing that, then people were doing that. So it needed to be changed, I guess. Am I building the kill rig? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm building the kill rig. Flyers aren't must take unless it's a bomber type. Right, okay. So I guess people weren't really using flyers then and getting destroyed by this if they're not a must take. Interesting though. Or are we now saying that other people's bombers were being taken out by this thing? That's cool. That's really orky. That's an orky thing to do. Okay. Right. These are a bit awkward, these pieces, because they kind of form a frame on these. It's hard to explain, but it's almost like the cannon is unfinished, and then you are adding this bit to kind of complete that frame. It's hard for me to explain, but I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying all the Horus Heresy content this week. It's been like a Horus Heresy week almost. Don't worry, we've still got a Word Bearers specific week to go through at some point soon, so there will be some of that to go through. So we've got these, and we've got the arm, and then we've got the head, and that's that orc done. You're afraid for the calendar. It's days. Oh dear, here we go. Here we go. Getting in there with the dad jokes. I do wonder if a battle force is on people's sort of Christmas wish list, or whether they have other things in mind, you know. Well, we've got Harrow Deep this weekend to pre-order. I will not be picking that up. Very specific to the new Dominion set, isn't it? With the Stormcast and the Crawl Boys. Wonder when we're going to be getting this War Master. Could be sometime this month in October, or they might push it into November. And I do think that they'll release the you know, sort of Demon Titans book as well at the same time. It'd be silly not to, really. Yeah, as part of Titan Month, I'll also be building the Psy Warlord Titan that I picked up. It's just been sat there. I've been looking forward to building it. I'm going to be very busy over the next sort of, well, for the rest of this month and November. So I decided December will be Titan Month. Okay, so sort of like a little Christmas present in a way to everyone. I hope you enjoy the content. It's going to be fantastic. All the live streams. No, it's not just going to be like unboxings and reviews. I will be painting many things. That's why, you know, I've got things like this just sat here ready to be, you know, shaded and painted and have details. And that's why I've kept these kind of like not finished. You know, I mean, because who wants to watch me build a Vulcan Mega Bolter? No one, because it's just one piece. But like the Inferno Cannon is literally like 4 pieces. So I'll be finishing this off, and then, because like, look at that, it's disgusting in there. It's just really, really rough. You don't want to be leaving that. You can see that there. Look. Yeah, so I'll be finishing those and spraying those and getting them ready for Titan Month. I built some of the big weapons on the live stream as well. Like I think the Quake Cannon, I built it and painted it all in a live stream. So this Heresy week is quite amazing. Oh, thank you, Evan. Yeah, we've had a few Horus Heresy reviews, haven't we? Yep, there'll probably be a Word Bearers week. Nothing but Word Bearers in November. Because there's like Lorgar, and there's this really cool looking dude that I've sort of hair dried into place. Yeah, there's quite a few Word Bearers that I need to cover. All right, what's this? So these two and this thing. Let's do that, and then that is what they will go on. Where's this go? Right at the end. That goes right at the end, and these will go into it once it's finished. We will finish this cannon, and that will look quite cool. Who knows, Kriegsman? Who actually knows? You know, if I'm going to be building it in the live stream, I think that's the correct guess. Because yeah, how could I build it in a live stream if it was already built and complete? That would be a bit odd. Yeah, that's quite obvious, my friend. Jan, you would watch me just streaming, me putting the Mega Bolter on the table, and that's it, because those streams here are really enjoyable. Thank you, Jan, and thank you for you know, making the effort and typing away, because that's quite a big comment for you, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. And just for you, my friend, there we are. So your evening is now complete. There is a Mega Bolter on the table for you. Okay, all right then. Okay, let's do another Mega Bolter. Oh my Lord. Right, that's 2. Okay, let's go get another. No, I won't. I'll just stop at 2. Okay, we'll just leave that there now. But double the trouble for those. Right. Sorry, you were asking a question, Revan. You think that Forge World will sell War Master Titan? Do you think Forge World will sell a War Master Titan? I hope so, is my answer. I haven't been able to. I mean, Will Hayes, he's not been responding to any of my calls or any of my letters or anything like that. So, you know, I just need to get him in a room with myself, and then I can squeeze the answers out of him of what he's been doing over lockdown, and you know, whether he has been part of the team that's converting the plastic kit into resin, because we're all clever people on here. We all know that it's not just a button press. You know, just press a button and then you make you know, a War Master's weapon into resin. Doesn't work like that. You know, it's going to be multiple parts of resin in multiple configurations, and then they have to have tolerances as well when you put those parts together. Then you have to design the molds for each individual part. That everything has to work in one of those kits. We know this. But I hope he has, and I hope it's out of the new ultralight resin. I wonder if that will be the final kind of largest resin model that they'll make. I do wonder, because I don't think they'll be able to do an Imperator. I really don't. I think it's going to have to be, because the top just can't be all resin, like the cathedral and things and the buildings. It just can't be. It's too heavy, no matter how thick the legs are. Whereas the War Master, if it's in the lighter resin for the top and maybe the weapons, then I think it's possible, because those legs on the War Master are kind of 3 legs in one. If you've built one, you'll know. You've got the central leg, you've got a side support leg that goes to the thigh, and then you've got a sort of a leg on the back. I think it could work, but then you're talking about price, you know, and also why would Forge World spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds designing one, making one, only for people to just 3D print it or recast it? That's a factor that I think that they are you know, taking into account. Why should we spend all this money in making this fantastic miniature that will probably be between £2,000 and £3,000 if people are just going to spend £1,000 getting it a different way? Like, and that's what irks me, is that if that's part of their decision process to make models, because then we just don't get cool models, which sucks. Because I would love a War Master, I really would. Even at that price point, I think it would be so cool. But we will see. I hope they do make one. But they have no inclination whatsoever to make it affordable. They don't need to. It will be the most expensive model, in the most expensive sort of part of the hobby, with Forge World. Yeah, that's my sort of take on that. By the time Titan Month is about to start, you'll be joining you. Okay, that's fine, Quigsman. Yeah, hope we enjoy our Titan building together. You know, that'll be cool. I hope you learn a lot from me. What Necron model should you get next? What, out of all of them? How about Monolith? No, that's quite a tough model, that one. All right, okay, so we've got this, and we need to put these kind of together, like that. And then, okay, so that they will, oh, okay, so all right. Does that just go on top of it, or, oh, I think it does. This will be interesting. So, we join them together, and then we plonk that on the top. This is a really cool, like, cannon. I like this. Okay. So, pop that in there, and then we can just place this lobber thing on the top there. That's quite cool because you get to see the inside of a cannon, which is always cool. There you go. Just tidy that up a bit. So that's a lobber cannon. And then we've got the actual ammunition, I want to call it. Oh, we can put this on maybe. Yeah, we should really put that on. Oh, that's cool. I like how that goes on. So, like so. Like so. And just place that on there. We've nearly done it. Just got the ammunition to complete. followed by this. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like the housing for the weapon, I think. Get yourself some orcs and use the Necrons as practice. That's quite good. Yeah, it's a good suggestion. I guess Necrons would make good practice. What kind of glue? What kind of glue are you using? Plastic. Silent King sounds great. Okay. My question is, each weapon, that's that A button again, will be getting its individual review. Will each weapon be getting its individual review? Content filler? That's a chuck of content filler. I don't know. I always think of content filler as like negative. I've never really heard of content filler be used in a positive way. So having said that, I don't think it is negative. You know, I don't think, I wouldn't classify it as content filler. I mean, this is the thing, like what isn't content filler? I mean, a month of Titan videos is a month of Titan videos. You know, whether it's an unboxing of a weapon or a review of a weapon. I don't think I have reviewed any of the weapons. Have I reviewed weapons? I might have reviewed a few weapons individually, yeah. But I mean, painting. Would you classify painting a weapon as content filler? I mean, what would you not classify as content filler? Like a review of a Warlord Titan? I mean, a review of a Warlord Titan is a review of a Warlord Titan. It's just one video. But it covers multiple parts in the process. And obviously we can't have like 30 Warlord Titan reviews because they'd all be the same. Likewise, we can't have 30 Volcano Cannon reviews because they would all be the same too. I think maybe content filler would be something like unboxing a Volcano Cannon and then like 2 weeks later unboxing a Volcano Cannon, because it's the same thing. I mean, you know, or reviewing the same weapon. I think the same thing would be content filler, but in my head, it doesn't even count as content, let alone filler. So, yeah, it's an odd one. What do you think of you getting a Catan model? I think that's awesome, Isaac. Which one? Void Dragon's awesome. Quite expensive, but awesome. Since you rarely update on upcoming review, is the rest of week will be Horus Heresy Minis review? Yes, Revan, that's a really good point. Thank you for asking that. And yeah, you are 100% right on that. The rest of the week, will the rest of the week be Horus Heresy? Well, I can tell you now that tomorrow will be the other Ultramarines Praetor review. That's not really a secret. It's just, that's what it will be. But then, because it's October, you'll see some Orc reviews coming out, okay? I'm not just going to throw in a random unboxing of Lorgar on Friday. All right, it will be the start of the Orc reviews. Because I know a lot of people have been waiting for them, and as you can see, I'm not that far from completing this. Maybe at the weekend I'll probably have completed this. I do like these Orc live streams. They've been a lot of fun, and you ask some awesome questions. The problem with They always try to walk it in. Okay. Get the obelisk Tesseract Vault. Oh, yes. I'd love to get the Tesseract Vault. I really would. It's on my list. I will get it at some point. Guess you're just thinking of... guess you're just thinking of what you can cover. Well, just ask that, Kriegsman, my friend. Just ask it. You're more than welcome to. I don't see... you know, you ask a lot of questions, and it's great. Sometimes the best way of asking something is the simplest. Just by asking, what other content have we got to look forward to, or what other content could you have on Titan month, rather than kind of wrap it in some kind of like mysterious shroud of what counts as content filler. It's just like just be blunt, my friend. Just be blunt. You know. You know, I would like to say a few things, but then I feel that would not be conducive. Is that a word? Inducive? Conducive. I'm just making a word up here. Conductive. No. I want to use the word inducive, but it's not a word. Well, it's a word that sounds like that. Conducive to your imagination. And what I mean by that is there might be some things in Titan month that you probably might not have thought about. But I can tell you now, it's not just going to be unboxings and reviews and a bit of painting. It's going to be fantastic. Which is what I think sometimes this channel needs. That's why I like to break it up with the Imperium first looks and the White Dwarfs at the moment. Conducive? Still trying to search for that word, guys. Okay, right, let's glue this on. So this ammunition feed. Which I don't have a clue where it will go onto or how it will go onto. Just completely guessing at the moment. So it just goes in. Okay. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Filler content is content. Oh, filler so you're talking about that, are you? Okay. I don't know. No, I think, I mean, building a Warlord Psi Titan for Adeptus Titanicus, I would not classify that as content filler for Titan month. It is a Titan. Me even building some little knights for Adeptus Titanicus isn't really content filler either, because they're for a game Adeptus Titanicus. However, me building a falchion or unboxing a falchion for Titan month is probably content filler. Me covering the new releases, I wouldn't say is content filler though. For Titan month, I think that is just me covering new releases. I think people might be, yeah, kind of think of December as like a calendar, like a video advent calendar kind of thing. That's where my daily videos sprouted from, like a tide of angry orcs. Where are you going to go, Sonny Jim? I don't know. You should be... No way does he just clip onto there. There's no way that just bolts on. It does. It's an orc. It does. Of course it does. Yeah, I only started doing daily videos in December. I can't remember when, like 2016, maybe 17. It's probably 16. I can't remember. Anyway, and that was the first time I did that. I thought I'd try it out. And yeah, his bum is not sitting in that seat, is it? Like, at all. His arm can't be moved. Can it? Or can it? Can it be moved? No, it can't. His arm only goes in one way. Sorry, I'm making this story sound really, really long, aren't I? But it was it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I want to say like 5 years ago. I started off making videos daily as some kind of like advent calendar type thing. And my inspiration for that came from Elster Nation. I think he's still about. I think he's got a YouTube channel. But that's where the inspiration came, because he did a month of videos of all kinds of things, and I thought, you know, that takes a lot, you know, to a lot of commitment to do that. And I did it, and it was great. And then I think a few months later, I then decided, right, I'll just do daily videos forever, and then I've done that. So, Orc reviews, yes. Me, PSH, Mipsh. You're thinking of getting Tesseract Vault as it comes with a cool mechanism. What's this cool mechanism? The cool mechanism. You can't open and close it, the Tesseract Vault. You can either have it open or you can have it fully closed. If you have it fully closed, then you can have the Catan like as a separate model, and it is a separate unit in the book. But if you have it open, then you have to have that Catan in the middle of it. Chaos Titans, is that off the cards? Random thought. Chaos Titans, my Chaos Army isn't big enough. When they refresh the range and I get more Death Guard and things like that, then it's on the cards. But I've only just, I say only just, I know I got it last year. I've only kind of just got a Chaos Knight. And there is a rumour that there's going to be another Chaos Knight on its way. So I don't think, typically Kriegsman, my armies have to be a good chunk to warrant a Titan. I feel like my Space Marine chapter is a sizable chunk. Hence why there's a and I definitely feel now, a year later, almost, that the Imperial Knight Force is a sizable chunk, so it warrants a full Titan Legio. You know, and there are people that will just get a Titan Legio, and that's fine. You know, you can have them separate. You know, that's cool. Right, so this is, I would say, a much easier weapon to manufacture. This is basically it. There you go, just like that. So, yeah, fantastic. That's much easier than this. But what I will say is this is obviously drying, and I need to clean it up and, you know, put some Tamiya and all the rest of it. But this, I think, can pop on there. Oh, and spin around. And then there'll be something on there that I'll be able to put on, and I can spin it around. So, yeah, we'll get to that bit. What would you say is your favourite orc model? Oh wow, what a question! What a question! You know what? I really like the Stomper. Back when it was released in 2007, for £60, and it's now £75. I think that's all right. £15 for 14 years worth of inflation and things. I think that's incredible. I really do like the Stomper. A lot of people have an issue with building it and things, but I will say I do like the new Orc War Boss in Mega Armor, and I do like Ghazghkull, and I do. This is the thing with orcs; it's so hard to pick a model. You know, Ghazghkull is fantastic, and he's absolutely huge. And now he's got his own personal sled, which is great. But I really like the Great White Squig too, because it is a squig, and I like sharks. I love great whites, you know. But I'd probably say the Stomper, just because, you know, it'd be great to see a Gargant. If Forge World did a Gargant. I do like knobs. I've got a couple of knobs on my table, especially mega knobs. I do like them. I've always liked them. Here's the proof. Here's a metal miniature from 1999. So this might be older than a few of you, I don't know, but it is 22 years old right here. So I don't know, I really like the mega knobs because they just look like, you know, cobbled together sort of, you know, like I like the Terminators. Like back then I really liked the Terminators, and this was the orc version of the Terminators. So yeah, fantastic. Oh, loads of questions coming in, and we're past the 2-hour mark. What's your favourite Loyalist Titan Legio? Well, I'd have to say my own, Legio Xerxes. But no, I think Ignatum are good. They are the Fire Wasps, I think. Yeah, they're quite cool. Or are the Fire Wasps another one? I need to get my Titan book and have another look. Thing is, you don't hear an awful lot about them. There's only I don't want to spoil things about Titan Death and things, so I won't go into that. But you don't have that many about that have full stories about them, and I wish that there were more. Your favourite orc model must be the Squig-off. So have you got the Squig-off, Revan? Have you built the Squig-off? Please do put your pictures of it in the Discord. They are the Fire Wasps. There we go. Brilliant, brilliant. Good. Right, with that, guys, I am going to have to pop off. I said I'd only be here for a couple of hours. Unfortunately, it's been heavy with the other things I've been doing, I say in my real life. Yeah, I'm going to have to shoot off now. But I will be back on Saturday evening. You have my word. I won't be. I don't know. Could I finish this on Saturday? If you'd like me to see me finish. I mean, this is the thing. I have really only got. The only things I've got left to do, okay, is check this out. Build like an orc sat. Build an orc with a grabber. Build an orc with a pizza cutter. And build this thing. This like Were Tower stand. I don't know what you call it. it's a tower, isn't it? Okay, just build this little tower thing. That's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 things to build, guys. It's not worth me doing another stream on the kill rig. I'll finish this before the stream, most probably on the Saturday if I get time. So I think Saturday would be a ripe time to finish off Magnus and show you him compared to the other 3 Primarchs. Yeah. Okay, but thank you ever so much for tuning in just for this short time this evening. You're very welcome, and I will speak to you soon. Take care, and the Emperor protects.